All right, so welcome back to week 20. I'm going to be putting those directions in this video right here, like always. So, looking at this week, it looks like a lot. You have 5 drawings. Now, these drawings are super simple. If we click on this, this is where you're going to locate all of the drawings themselves and individually their dimensions. So, click on that. It'll open up the document and you can click on the link to make it bigger, which is what I've done. Basically, you're going to be creating the drawings that this worksheet gives you, and you're going to be working towards assembling them. And this is what it will look like when it's all said and done and assembled. So there are 5 drawings I have for you this week, but if you look at this assembly drawing, there are actually 7 parts. Part 6 is a socket head cap screw, and it says how long it is, and it gives you all the information that you need. So I will show you how to do part 6 and part 7, but I want you to focus on parts 1 through 5. So here is it, for example, the bottom plate, part 1. That's all it is. You need to zoom in to see the dimensions even more. Obviously, you can. Just, I don't know if it's going to let me. It's not gonna let me. Anyway, you can probably zoom in more on your computer at home, but you can see it gives you all the dimensions, it gives you all that, and then some information right here for you. And then moving on to the guide shaft part 2, here that is, and you can keep drawing as you go on. Again, as you finish, I do have individual turn-ins for those pieces. When working in Onshape, here's the deal. I recommend that you create all these drawings in one file. You can import files into each other to do assemblies. It just gets a little messy and becomes a little challenging. But when you go to create, you can hit document, and then you can label this 3.10. I don't know. I'll just label it 3.10 for right now. I can always change the name later. Not a big deal. But down here in Part Studio, you can see Part Studio 1. I can click on this, and I can hit rename. And I can also add another part. Where is it? Create Part Studio. So now I have 2. So I'm going to rename this to my first piece called Bottom Plate, Part 1. I'm going to go and in Part Studio, well, I'm going to rename Bottom Plate Part 1. That's where my bottom plate's going to go. Then the next tab, I can go and see what my next drawing is. Guide shaft Part 2. So I can create all of my drawings in the same file, just under different tabs. And that's what I want you to do for this assignment. You'll have at least 5 and then probably 6 and 7 by the time we go to assemble it. So again, as you're drawing them, you can share them with me individually, and I want you to take a screenshot of them. I want you to create their drawing, because you should be able to, from the Part Studio. I can't see the board. Anyway, you'll draw it, create drawing, submit that, share with me, and move on to your next one. You know what? Scratch that. Just create the parts. I'll know when we go to assemble it if they are done correctly or not. So I'm not going to make you do the technical sketch for them. We will be doing a technical sketch for the assembly portion, so don't worry about doing the technical sketch. Just create all of your parts in Onshape. Give me an isometric view. Take a screenshot. Submit that screenshot into the corresponding part. Make sure you get it into the right part. And then you can stop there. All right. So that is what I want you to do this week. Again, this is the end of the marking period. So all of these assignments will be on 3rd marking period. So anything that you might owe me for 2nd, you have until Friday to get it done. So focus on that for right now. If you have any questions, obviously feel free to ask me, and I will see you guys either in class or on Zoom.